Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back to Drinking During Business Hours. I'm Sarah Halstead, comedian, actor, and wino.
And I'm Rich Chassler, an actor, a comedian, and a very hopeless wino.
And we are a podcast where we interview and have an organic chat with creatives, have hopefully interesting conversations over an interesting beverage of their choice. And it can be anything. It can be wine, it can be beer, it can be mocktails, it can be
tequila.
Yes.
It can be anything.
And what are we drinking today?
Oh, you know what? I got to be honest with you. I'm really, really happy about what we're drinking today.
Me too.
We drink a lot of wine.
Happy.
We drink a lot of wine, and it's always nice to step outside the box a little bit. And our guest today is a beer drinker. And when I asked him what he likes, imports, domestics, IPAs, he said, I'm a Pilsner guy, which I like because I'm not an IPA guy. I like a crisp, good, high minerality, you know. And so I went out and I picked up the ultimate in Pilsner beers, Pilsner Urquell. It's
Pilsner
right in the
Urquell.
name.
It's in the name.
You can't say I didn't do it right.
It's the title.
It's right. So today we're drinking straight up Pilsner Urquell, right out of the bottle. We have Riedel glasses to hold our beverage, but that's what we're drinking today, and I'm excited.
And it's 100 degrees.
It's 100 degrees out in Los Angeles, and there's nothing like a cold beer on a hot day.
It's just the best.
As much as I love wine, and I've had 1,000 bottles of wine, it doesn't quench your thirst like a good cold beer.
And I secretly have 1,000 bottles of beer.
Yes, you do, and they're
no
all
one
on
knows.
the wall.
I'm from Michigan. It never left. I still, and they're all on the
They're
wall.
all on
they're
the
all
wall.
on
You
the
have
wall.
1,000 bottles of beer right on the wall.
And after this, it is 999
bottles.
Well, cheers. I'm so excited about our guest. I can't even stand it.
Yeah, we got a great.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I am very excited
This is
too.
so exciting.
Yes.
He has been in everything. I mean, I cannot believe the credits just go on and on.
Was he in The Godfather?
He is the quintessential.
Was he an alien?
He is. Well, he's in Star Trek.
Was he in Flintstones?
He was.
He's almost everything.
He really is. He really is Fred. He's Fred. He's Fred. Maybe Barney too. He can do anything, because this is an actor that, they say that drama actors can do drama really well, but they can't necessarily do comedy.
But comedic actors can absolutely do drama.
Switch,
right.
He's done the two.
Yes, he has.
Very, very well.
Yes, he has.
He's legendary for doing the two masterfully. I mean, he's been on everything. He's been on Friends, The Drew Carey Show, Star Trek, Better Call Saul, Parenthood, Third Rock from the Sun. I mean,
but my favorite of all of his stuff is Parks and Recs, for which he was actually handed one of those statues that they call an Emmy.
Jerry, he played Jerry.
He played Jerry on Parks and Recs.
And we have to, and his book that is new, Welcome to Pawnee, Stories of Friendship, Waffles, and Parks and Rec.
Folks, please give a round of applause, and if you're driving, only clap with one hand to our guest today, Mr. Jim O'Hare.
Hello. Cheers.
Cheers, Jim.
Yummy,
Thanks for being here. We are so glad to have you on the show.
I have to correct you quickly.
It's higher.
The Emmy was not for Parks.
Oh.
The Emmy was for, I did a daytime soap called The Bold and the Beautiful, and I won Best Daytime Guest or something like that.
You got an Emmy. I gotta be honest.
I love Bold and Beautiful.
I know what that feels like. Not to have one, but to hold one.
I used to only know how to hold one too. And let me tell you, I'll just give you a quick story. So I'm doing Bold and the Beautiful. I had done a couple of them. They were doing kind of like a cameo. They had me and then Monica Horan, who was from Everybody Loves Raymond. She was Garrett's girlfriend, eventually wife on the show. So they were doing like a visual. The fans will love.
She's married to Phil Rosenthal.
She is married to Phil Rosenthal.
Right.
And so they thought it'd be a funny bit to have these two, known people play this crazy husband and wife.
Fun.
So whatever.
I give them a lot of credit for that.
I get nominated for the Emmy, for the award. And I'm thinking, well, that makes no sense, but okay. I didn't even believe it. I got the call. I was heading, I was in some driver was taking me to the airport. I was heading to Chicago. And eventually heading to Michigan, by the way.
Excellent. Midwesterner.
And
yes.
The call comes in and it says from CBS, because you don't answer a phone if you don't know who it is.
Right.
I'm like, CBS. So I answer it, and it's the guy can't think of his name now, but the family that did all the soaps. And he said, I want to congratulate you on your nomination. I'm like, oh, bullshit. This is a buddy. This is somebody dicking around, whatever. So while he's chatting, I'm doing a quick thing. And all of a sudden, my phone starts blowing up. My publicist, congratulations. Like, what the hell?
For what?
I got this nomination. So he was being truthful. So whatever. So now it comes time to do it. And I thought, a buddy of mine, actually somebody you know, Shoemaker and Liebman. Do you know Wendy Liebman?
Yes.
Sure, very well.
So
She's a very close
love
friend.
Wendy.
Love Wendy.
Wendy is
Liebman.
her style of comedy just kills me. I love
Yes.
her. And Shoemaker, I've known we work on the same charity together for the Tuberous Sclerosis Alliance. Anyway, they were doing a show together, which they'd never done. So I wanted to go see that. But it was the night of the awards. Now, I'd been to the nighttime awards for Parks, and we never won, but it's still a great time. And you go to the
Yes,
governor's
of course.
ball, and it's all crazy.
Right.
And, anyway, so I decided, well, I'm not going to go, just because I really want to see Craig and Wendy do their thing.
Oh.
So I get a call from their CBS reps, called my reps. We really would like him to go, because I'm thinking, I don't stand a chance, so it doesn't really matter. And then, anyway, they decide, I'll go, and then I'll sneak out the minute my category is over.
Right.
How easy is that?
Made an appearance.
Easy,
Yes.
yeah, because I know I'm not going to.
You're not going to have to wait around for pictures.
Exactly. They don't need
afterwards
me
and
because
do all
I'm
that
not
stuff.
winning this. This makes no sense.
Oh,
so
I
I
know
get to
that.
the awards. Now the thing that was different was I got a really good seat. Now when the first time Parks went to the Emmys, where we were sitting, Nick Offerman had been to the Emmys many times with his wife Megan Mullally
Sure,
from Will and
of
Grace,
course.
and he looks at all of us and he goes, "These are not winners' seats." Just like that.
I can just see him.
These
I
are
can
not winners'
just
seats. And we're
see
like,
him
really?
doing
He goes,
that.
just shakes his head, no. Okay. And he was correct.
Because they picked the winners down front close enough to get to the stage.
And for 3 years, we were not in winner's seats. So
Oh,
anyway,
that's the
but I sit
indicator.
down and I'm like on the aisle, maybe halfway up. And I thought, well, this is certainly a good seat.
Right.
But okay, whatever. And I'm with some of the bold and the beautiful people who could not have been lovelier. And the girl right next to me was, I had done some scenes with, so it was great to see her. So chatter. And I'm like, okay, at 5:35, they're going to get to my category. I'll do the obligatory, because, you know, the camera comes right at you. They run at you. And so I look, and I look and I do, you know, and it's Larry King and, the woman who used to do all the entertainment shows, Lisa Gibbons.
Lisa Gibbons,
The
sure.
two of them are up there and they're giving out the award.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Exactly.
Entertainment Tonight.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, for the category of guest actor on a soap opera. And now they start showing clips of these different people. The first one was, do you know Tone Bell?
Sure,
I know
Tone well.
Scream and,
Of course.
not Scream, what is?
No, Tone is a comic, but he was
No,
also...
then I'm saying the wrong name. Saw, who am I saying?
Oh,
Tobin Bell. Yes.
Okay.
So it's Tobin.
Right.
And they show him up there and he is screaming in his clip. I'm like, oh, damn, he's good. Give him that. Give him that award.
Acting.
Well, then cut to now, because this is the men and women mixed category. Now it's Nicole Nichelle from Star
Right.
Trek.
Uh-huh.
The
Okay.
first black actress. She kissed Shatner like it was a big deal at the
Right.
time. And she's doing this character
That's
who's
Nichelle Nichols.
Nichelle Nichols, exactly, who has since passed away.
Uhuru.
Now, yes. So she's up there doing her thing, and in her scene, she's dying, saying goodbye to her family, and she's sobbing. I'm like,
You can never beat a
shit,
dying.
give her the award.
You can't beat a dying
What am I
scene.
doing here?
You
This
can't
is
beat
silly.
a dying scene. That's
and then
impossible.
they do like 2 or 3 other people, and every time I'm like, oh, of course, this is give every one of these people an award. And of course, when the camera's right, like each one of us have a camera on us.
Tears in your eyes
Yes.
from their performances.
Exactly.
And
now
in
it's
your head,
like,
you're practicing the fake.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I got it,
Right.
dude. I got it down. So then
The gracious
they come
clap.
to mine, and Jim O'Hare for whatever, Bold and the Beautiful.
You're
Boom.
juggling bottles.
And I'm on a plane. I'm being funny, I guess, but like, come on, and it's over. I'm like, oh, let's get this over.
Right.
Because the car is waiting for me. Like, I've had my driver. It's all set. The minute this category
You're
is over,
taking me over
I'm
to
out.
see
I'm
Shu
going
and
to
Wendy.
see Shu and Wendy. This is what's happening. So all of a sudden, and then okay, and the winner is, and Larry King just goes, Jim O'Hare. And you can find it on YouTube. I just sat. And in my head, this is what I thought, well, that's familiar. That name is nothing was connecting because it made no sense. And then the girl next to me starts shaking me. And I look at her and she goes, you won. What? Whoa, okay, now, oh God. So I get up, I gotta go do this. And the whole time I'm walking up there, I'm like, you're so stupid. I have planned nothing.
You have no speech
prepared. I got nothing because I would have bet everything I have. I mean, my house, I'd have put it all on the line that this was not going to happen. And then I'm thinking, and don't fall going up those stairs. Because the fat guy going down will be all over the news. That'll be all over the news.
That will be the PR moment.
Exactly. Yes. So I get up there, and I kind of just had this moment in my head, like, just speak from the heart. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to do. So I get up there and I'm like, you give the obligatory kiss to Lisa and shake hands with Larry and whatever. And I'm just looking. And then what I did, and as it turns out, and I meant this from the heart, because I did talk from the heart, I set the trophy down and I said, this is for all of you soap opera actors. And I did the bow. You know how you go like this?
Sure.
Because let me tell you, the few times I was there, dear God, they work hard.
Dude. That was where I got my start, was on a soap opera. 6 a.m.
And the material. I'm used to doing 5-6 pages a day. They're doing 40, 50.
40 pages a day. And by the way, he got the script 11 o'clock the night before.
Yes, and some of them are just seeing it when they get into hair and makeup.
For the first time.
I'm sorry.
So to me,
what they do is,
it's off the charts. And yet.
And Sarah did a lot of soap work.
Did you do soap too?
Yes.
And
done
yet,
a lot of soap
because
work.
of the way things are, it's looked at as not as great.
I know.
As
it's always had
prime
that.
time or some streaming, whatever. I'm sorry.
I am
They're
too.
working their asses
Yes.
Yeah.
And you learn some tricks they taught me quickly. If you're not liking what's going on, you got to literally mess up. Otherwise, they're gonna shoot it.
They'll
Like,
cut
move on.
if you don't mess up.
We're ready to keep going.
Right.
Regardless of continuity.
Yes, they don't care. And
No
it
one
is a
cares.
little crazy. And they were giving me tricks of the trade. They said a lot of it's repetitive, so just kind of. But my point being, so I literally did that, and then I just thanked whatever I did. But now, so then you get off and you're going off stage.
Now you
gotta
go
do the press room.
here.
I got a car waiting for me.
Oh boy!
This
How are you
dude's
gonna
waiting for me to come out and get me killed.
And Wendy, how are you
Yes.
gonna appease this commitment?
So I'm like, well, this is fucked. I'm not going anywhere.
That's
because
hilarious.
now you have to do the after parties because you're walking around with the trophy.
Yes.
And believe me, it's lovely to have the trophy. I'm not knocking it. Like to this day, I have family members who created a case, like it's literally in a case.
It's very cool.
Lovely.
It's very
You know where
cool.
else it's helpful? When they negotiate for you.
Yes, it means something.
Hey,
He's an Emmy winner.
He is an Emmy Award winner.
That's
right.
right.
Because they're all back and forth about everyone's trying to nickel and dime. But they're like, well, no, he's got an Emmy winner. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. So, but it was quite that.
But
Never
it's
saw
daytime.
Sue and Wendy together.
But it's a
I've
great
seen that.
excuse.
You know
It's
what?
a
I know.
great
They
excuse.
understood.
We will make that. Both Craig and Wendy are good friends of ours.
They're awesome.
Both of them.
But
we will make that happen.
Okay.
What a
Yeah.
great phone call. Sorry, I just won an Emmy. I
Yes.
can't make it to
I'm
your
not
event.
going to make the show.
You know, I mean, come on.
And my family at home, because they were like, of course, losing their minds, like in Chicago and all this kind
Yes.
And I go, but I missed the show that I was going to. They're like, shut up about that
You
show.
see, that's how
We
crazy
don't
actors
care.
are. We are literally that crazy
Yes.
that we get and people don't understand this. I think it's all artists, but we get very tunnel vision about certain things. And it doesn't matter what it is. It could be the color of a piece of wardrobe.
Yeah.
But we get tunnel vision about things.
I had my plan.
And that becomes the most important
Yes.
thing to us.
And then the other shitty thing is, so now you have the award and you're walking, and they're walking you around.
Right.
First you do the big press thing, and Jim, all, okay, lovely, whatever. Now they want you to go to their event that they have after, the CBS event.
All the events.
So you go and they're walking around. I didn't get one bite of food because it's nonstop. It's nonstop.
It's like being at your own wedding.
Yes.
It's just,
yes.
Do you know that when we got married, true fucking story.
Wait, you married this guy?
I know.
Sarah,
Believe
now
me.
come
Everyone
on.
says that.
My God.
The
I'm
answer
the lucky
is,
one.
by the way,
Stockholm?
no,
or
there's
what
an answer.
happened?
The answer is her aunt
It's reverse.
is the actual one who dropped her on her head.
Oh, okay.
There is an actual answer. It was her
nice
aunt.
to know that there is a reason.
Yeah.
And he asked my aunt for my hand in marriage. That same aunt who dropped me on my
same aunt
head.
who dropped her?
She said,
Makes
okay,
sense.
she's not going to get better than this. So
Well,
yes.
I don't know how, and this is, I know we're bouncing around, but I don't know how much you know about Parks and Rec, but my character was known because a doctor said it right to the camera. This man has the largest penis I've ever seen.
Yes.
So because of that, because, you know, my character was married to Christy
Right.
Brinkley. Because people are like, why would she be with him?
Well, hello.
We know why,
he was
there.
with him.
We know why
Well,
they're there.
I watched Parks and Rec. I
I love
watched
you.
Parks and
True
Rec,
what they
of
say
course.
about Jewish men. Anyway.
I don't want to brag.
What the hell?
Jewish.
What the hell? But anyway, so it was
but-
quite a fun night overall.
Right.
It just was not the night that I had planned. It was absolutely the opposite of. I even brought different clothes that I wore to the event that I was going to wear because I'm going to a comedy.
you think I'm
It
leaving,
was
I'm
at
going to go-
Vitello's. I
Right.
think it was
upstairs at
upstairs
Vitello's
at
where
Vitello's.
Wendy used to do her
She had
show.
amazing events.
I've
I've
been there.
done her
Amazing.
show there.
Me too. I've been there many
Yeah.
times, and now her and Craig were doing a joint show, which
Right.
that to me is like perfection.
Yes.
So yeah. Anyway,
Very,
so
very
that was
funny.
my
You
Emmy.
wanted to
So
laugh.
yeah. So it wasn't for Parks. It was still an Emmy, but every time we went for Parks, we did lose.
I have
Every
to ask
time.
you because you now. I consider myself a New York actor because I studied with Stella and I come from New York. And, you know, with my cousin and whatnot, I consider myself a New York actor. You are, in my opinion, a Chicago guy.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
So do you
Theater.
have a background in comedy or improv? Did you do Second City?
Second
or
City,
Was
yeah.
that.
I did Second City. In my day, again, it's all different. It's so different. Everything
It's
is
different
so
now.
different Second City is now this. It's a machine over there,
Right.
and even here, it's a machine.
It's not the same as it used to be.
It is not the same.
No.
And you know, I just turned 35, so
You look great for
I
35.
think I actually for 35 I do
Stunning.
look like
You look really good.
pretty good, huh? Yeah.
The beer.
No, for those not seeing and just listening, I look a little bad for 35. Dear God.
If you put Jim and I next to each other together, cumulatively, we look about 150.
Exactly. Okay, and also for the record, is the term stark white, what do you say about white?
Your
Bright
hair
white?
is gorgeous.
No, it used to be
Silky.
gorgeous. It used to be salt and pepper. And
Mine
I
used to be
loved it.
long and brown.
Wow,
and in a
yours has just said
ponytail,
bye-bye.
and-
Yes, yours is just
It had no desire. Yeah,
mine
flew the
still, I
coop.
mean, believe me,
You got it.
there's iffy spots. But even 2 years ago, I loved this salt and pepper, and the pepper said, "Fuck you, I'm out of here." And now
It's all salt.
It's all salt. Yeah.
Coming.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
coming.
it is what it is. No, but so I started in Chicago. When I started Second City, you took classes on the stage,
Yeah.
where Belushi was,
Right.
where Aykroyd was, where Gilda, like it was crazy and exciting. And I've told this story 1,000 times. I'll tell it again. So I randomly, I became a disc jockey out of college. And for WRIN-WLQI, Rensselaer, Indiana. And it was a nightmare, but I learned a lot of good stuff. Yeah.
Sure.
And here's how I began my show. And listen carefully, because at the time I thought, "Ooh, very cool." Good morning, Jim O'Hare on the air in Rensselaer. It doesn't rhyme.
No.
It kind of rhymes, but it doesn't rhyme.
You make it rhyme.
I kind of make
You
it
took
rhyme.
poetic license
I took
with that
a
one.
lot of license
Yes,
on
yes.
that one. Yes, I did. And so I was there for a while. I made $120 a week. My rent was $475. So do the math on that. Like
Yeah,
none of it.
yeah.
None of it worked.
You were $5 short at the end of the
At
month.
the end of the month, and
no food.
I had 2 shifts, like 2 shifts during the day, and on the weekend you would cover. They had the reel to reel where you just did the breaks at the top of
Right.
the hour. Oh, with 405 on WRA, WLQ, blah 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 blah. One day I'm on the air, and the secretary comes in during a commercial break and says, "Somebody wants to talk to you off air." Ooh, I don't know. He said he just wanted to say hi. Okay. So, hey, what's up? Hi, I wish I could remember his name. I'm so-and-so. My daughter goes to St. Joe's College, which was in this little town of Rensselaer. It's no longer there. I love your show. I'm back and forth with for my daughter. You're so funny, and blah, blah, blah. I like your sense of humor, whatever. You should consider Second City. And to be honest, Second City was not on my radar at all.
Right.
But that stuck with me. I don't know why. So that ends, and I call my parents, and I say, "What do you think if I move back home and I'm going to start taking classes at Second City?" Well, they were supportive and never understood what I did. I mean,
Clearly not Jewish.
Midwest.
parents would have been, how about you don't move back home and go to law school?
Oh, well, of course.
How does that sound?
No. My parents, my dad, 8 to 5, brought home the paycheck, took care of his family.
Right.
But
Conventional.
He conventional.
Blue collar?
He blue collar. He never understood any. But was he at every opening night? Yes. Was he, when the reviews would come out, good or bad? Oh, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
That's the father who loves.
Exactly.
That's
and my mother
a
was
father who
always,
loves.
she loved all of it. And,
that's
my regret, even though I have no control of this regret, my dad never saw the success. He died young. He was 57. So he never saw the success. Whereas my mother was around for, she's gone now, but she had red carpets.
She
had
got excited.
She had a couple of
Good
limo
for her.
rides.
Good
She
for
had
her.
I'll never forget, I was shooting a film in Vancouver, and I said, I'm going to fly out and just come out and hang, because I was going to have like 8 days off, because, they get you there for like 6 weeks or whatever. And she flies out, and the producers were so great. They sent a car for her at the airport, because I was shooting. It was a night shot, and it just happened to be, it was my shot. She pulls up, and I look over, and she's just crying. I go, and during the break, I go, what is going on? Why are you upset? She goes, is this all for you? I go, what do you mean? She goes, well, you're the only one in this, and there's all these trucks and lights. I go, well, yeah, I mean, the scene, it was the phone call scene at the thing. But to her, it was like, oh my God, my little boy, this all, they've shut down the street, there's fire trucks, there's all this
You
stuff.
didn't tell her, Mom, if I didn't have an Emmy, you would have taken a cab.
Exactly. Please, I was going to get her a cab. It was the producers who sent the limo. It wasn't me. But anyway, I was glad that she got to experience some of that. She got to hang with the Parks cast. Like,
That's fun.
because they are so dear. And so, so, but anyway, so I started Second City.
Did you congratulate Aubrey, by the way?
With the,
She had her baby.
She had a baby girl.
She had a baby girl yesterday.
I know.
Yeah.
She's all good. And she, first of all, there's no one sassier, smarter,
funnier, drier, more irreverent.
A year and a half ago, I'm in the car one day, the phone rings, it's Aubrey. She goes, I'm doing a cartoon, you want to do it? I go, yes. She goes, well, don't you want to see the material? I go, no.
No.
Anybody from Parks could call me and ask me anything, and the answer is yes.
Have you done Amy's?
I have not done Amy's.
Will you tell her you were here?
I will. Well, please.
And that we had you
this
first.
This will shut hers down.
You tell her that you were here first. We
Exactly.
listen to her show, and now
great.
we got,
It's so
it's
good.
phenomenal, but we
Speaking
got
of-
one up on her.
But speaking of Emmy, she does have. She is the first
Podcaster to win an Emmy.
to win an Emmy.
Yes, and deserved.
And
Oh,
deserved.
well deserved.
You know, when my book came out, which was a year, it was like
24.
November. Not
By the way,
24.
I have to hit you up for first edition. I need it signed.
Well, how much money you got? You got a Venmo app on your phone right now?
Yeah,
Let's see what you got.
What do you want?
Let's see what you
I
can
can
do.
send you.
They go for
I can send you.
$8.
$8, $10, and that's with the pen.
But I get a call from Amy. What should we do? I go, what do you mean? She goes, what do you want me to do? And she did a live event with me. Of course, the people went crazy. The books, I wish you could think about who it was through, who sponsored it. They kept calling for more books, more books.
Great.
Because that's just, and she's so smart, because I got so wrapped up in chatting with her, but she'd be like, and don't forget, we got this new book, Welcome to Pawnee Stories. Like, she is so
She
good.
is great.
Because I was just so into the whole experience and having fun, but she's also like, oh, we're here for a reason. We're selling this damn book.
That's right.
So Amy is, she's special. That's, and if you read the book, some people are like, what are you, lovers or something? Because you can't say enough nice things. And we had it just worked out this way. We had a no assholes policy on Parks.
That's a
if
good
somebody
one.
came in, actor, director, whomever, and was not our cup of tea, and by that I mean just a dick.
Right.
Like, because you were not a dick on the set of Parks.
By the way, for 14 hours a day, who's got
Dude.
time to hang out with a fucking dickhead?
Please, I've been on a million shows. That's
Right?
exactly who you're hanging out with. But yes, that was not going to happen. I mean,
Good
after a new
policy.
director would come in, they check with each one of us. How'd it go? And if any of us had any weird things, like, well, he seemed to, or she seemed to, they were never to be seen again.
Great.
There's a famously,
love
I'm not
that.
going to say who it is. There's a famous person who came in and worked and was going to be there a while, and then they weren't. And scripts were rewritten because that's not how we play.
Yeah, Chevy
We
Chase ain't a
laugh.
nice guy.
Yeah,
That one wrote itself. I'm sorry.
Chevy was too busy screwing over Community at the time. Yeah, he couldn't have been there. No, but I'm just saying that because we're doing a comedy.
Yeah.
So there's no screaming, there's no yelling. One of my favorite stories is one of the new directors had come in and the line producer, checked in, how's it going? And he said to him, he goes, it's good, but sometimes it's hard to get them because they're all chatting and everything. And the line producer goes, if our worst problem is that these people are getting along, we'll eat that time.
Right.
Like whatever a little extra time we end up eating.
Yes.
And that's what it was for 7 years. So, and to this
7
day, we have this
years.
thing called the Parks Family Text. So we're still in each other's lives about whatever exciting thing, birthdays, Aubrey, like all this different stuff. So it was special. It wasn't just
It's a community.
Sometimes it's just a job, and when it's done, and you go.
And believe me, I have done so many jobs, and I love the people generally, and I leave with wonderful feelings. Parks, we sobbed. Like it was awful. Like because this was the end. It wasn't. Of course, it's the end of that regular wonderful network paycheck. Which who doesn't love all that? We were all okay. It was about
7 years with these people
is over. And it was the last night we did the night it aired, the finale. We were all on Seth Meyers for the full hour. He gave us, because Seth, big fan of him and Amy are tight. And whenever we did different events, Seth would come in and do the Q&A with all of us. And a couple of funny things. One, all we were told was, we're going to just talk for an hour. We're going to do a little game where we toast each other. We pull a name out of a hat and we do a toast. Pratt got me to cry. I got him to cry, as it turns out. And then at the end, we're going to sing Bye Bye Little Sebastian.
Fun.
So that's otherwise it's just chat about the show and everything.
Perfect.
And even Mike Schur came out, the co-creator, and he was with us too. So the commercial break before we're going to sing Bye Bye Little Sebastian. I'm at the end, Adam Scott's next to me, and then Aubrey. Aubrey leans over in front of Adam and says to me, you want to make out during the credits?
She's so
Within 2 seconds.
She's so funny.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that.
Yeah, that's funny.
You got to go. It's all, you can see it on YouTube. It's all over. So Pratt grabs a guitar. Seth is wrapping us up. And bye, bye, little. And the camera cuts to Aubrey and tongues are flying. I mean, it is hardcore. But the greatest bit of it isn't that. It's watching the other actors realize, because none of them knew. The only one that got a heads up was Adam, because he was between us. Amy is like, Aziz literally puts his hands up. Like, I can't see this.
Right.
I can't.
Because
it's Jerry
Aziz
and
was
April.
What's going on here?
Yes.
What are you guys doing?
Our characters, her character was always after me. But it's the genius of Aubrey Plaza, because it's not funny to make out with Pratt. It's not funny to make out with Adam. Get the fat old guy.
You or Offerman, that the comedy would have been with you or Nick.
Yeah, but
for
even
sure.
Nick. Yeah, that would have been funny
That
with
would
Nick.
have been funny too.
But I'm telling you, that was anyway. So after that, they had arranged for this big. We were going to go to some bar they had shut down for us and have a rap party.
Right.
And then the show was going to air and we were going to watch it. So that happened. And then all of a sudden the party was going on and everyone having a good time. And then we realized, well, this is it now. I couldn't even think about it. Without any, there was this hug that just started amongst 10 of us, that because we'd all been there. We'd been through it.
Right.
We had all been there together. And for like a minute and a half, just this big glump of like at the end of Mary Tyler Moore.
Right.
When they're all together.
Yes.
That's what we did. And then it was like, okay. And then the cars, we had a car for us, and the cars pull up and the goodbyes. And we've seen each other many times since. We'll continue. We've worked together. Many things have happened. But that was over.
Right.
That 7 years was over. And it was
finality.
tough. It was tough.
It's tough.
But it was tough because we had such a great time. I've been on shows where it's like, gotta go, see ya.
Right.
And it wasn't awful, but like, okay, that's
Glad
wrapped.
to be here. Thanks for the dough.
Thank you for the
Gotta
check.
go.
Now it's time to go.
Right.
This was not that.
That was
family.
That was family.
And you go ahead. I'm sorry.
well, I was going to say you had at least one more makeout session, didn't you?
Oh God, with who? Who we talking about now? Sarah, are we really going to go there? I mean, if you want to tell tales, let's go.
We'll have the
I mean,
listeners guess.
yeah. And by the way, that bra's still at my place if you want to grab that.
See, I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
Baby, go
I'm
back to his
telling
house
you,
and
with
get
this
your bra. I
one.
like
Hey, it's
that
none of your
one.
business, Rich. Okay, we can have what we have.
But it's really
none of your
lovely.
business.
Not only have you stayed in touch, but there was a podcast, and I think
Yes.
Is that
I did a
continuous-
podcast called Parks from Recollection.
Yes.
Yeah, and they all came on, and again, being with them is always such a treat. And we told stories, and what's great is when you hear stories that you weren't involved in, because we shot single cam, which meant
Right.
like if you do a multicam, you're there the whole time. You shoot one day, you shoot up. We had 5 days a week. If you weren't like, and this is nuts. Here's how much you can know how much I loved it. I didn't like days off because as much as I love that cast, the crew, these are my people.
Right.
The camera, the sound, hair and makeup, wardrobe, props, these have become my people. And we laughed and dicked around all
Yes.
the time.
There's
the
also
best.
another part, there's also another ingredient to that. And that is when you have a job, I don't care if you're an accountant, I don't care if you're a lawyer, I don't care if you work in a hair, doesn't matter. You love those days offs.
Yeah.
Actors, we love acting
Yes.
so much
Yes.
that to have a day off is a robbery.
I'm like, put me there.
You know?
Right now, I'm at a stage in life, everybody's talking retirement because I'm 64. So people around me, brothers retired, sisters retired, friends, like, oh, we're wrapping it up. We're getting out. Oh, hell no.
No.
Hell
Why?
I'm
no.
61. I'll work till
You're
I
young.
would
We're 61.
I'd be
I
happy-
thought 80. I would have
be
really
happy
thought
to
80.
die
Yeah.
if I could
Marianne.
die on a soundstage working. Like that's the goal.
I say it all the time. Now, I know health or something could change things, but as long as I'm still functionable
Right.
Oh,
and I can be out there,
goodness.
I have every intention of doing that. And yet, my brother was a welder on skyscrapers in Chicago in February.
Oh, that's got
I
retirement
get
written all
why
over
you
it.
want to get the hell out of there.
Yes.
I sit in a trailer
With air conditioning
and they'll
and
knock
catered
and go,
food.
Jim, you're invited to set, which I think
ready
is the
for
craziest
you.
sentence. You're invited to set. Just tell me to get my ass out there. I mean, you're paying me.
But it's an invitation.
An invitation. And Jim, a menu for lunch. My God, why the hell do I want out of that?
Do you have dietary restrictions?
Yes, they asked me all this stuff. Yes.
What is your
a
rider?
really, really big guy. So I was a guard at Paramount and a very, very big actor. Very big once said to me,
Wait, are you not going to say a name?
Come
Michael J.
on,
Fox.
just say it.
Okay.
told me
Okay.
we were hanging out one day drinking moose heads.
Yeah.
And we were talking about when he took Eric Stoltz's place
In
Back to the
Back
Future.
to the Future, yeah.
And they were shooting nights. So he would
Because he was still doing family ties. Yeah.
And he would come in with his hair messed up. It looked like he had about 4 hours sleep. Every now and then he would be like, dude, you got to drive me home. Like we had become friends
Yeah.
from working on the lot. And he said, God, I can't believe how well they're treating me on this movie. I go, what do you mean? He goes, they knock on my trailer door at 2 o'clock in the morning. They'll be like, hey, Michael, we're ready for you if you're ready.
Oh, if you're ready.
If you're ready.
Yes.
You had your Visine.
They don't tell you that
How
in
it
other
is.
jobs. You show up
Yes.
to Burger King, they're like, you're at the window today. Now go.
Well,
Wow.
the joke used to be they would knock on, Jim, you're invited to set, which I always thought was, and they still do that. It's a hysterical statement. But sometimes during parks, I'd be watching Jerry Springer, and it was Baby Daddy.
Oh, goodness.
And I'm like, I gotta see who the baby daddy is. Give me 3 more minutes. Okay, you got 5. 'Cause
You just want to hear them go, Jim, you are
It's
not
you.
the father.
I could watch those all day long. The girl's going, I've never been with anyone else, but there's no way that he's not the father. He is not the father. And they go running and screaming off. It's like, oh boy.
Can I ask you, when you were in high school, did you do theater?
I did not. And so stupid. When I was in high school, there were groups. You had, the brainiacs. You had the nerds. You had
the athletes,
the
the
athletes,
cliques, right.
the jocks. All the different
Right.
stoners, like
Same
the
thing,
different
right.
categories.
Yes.
And I think I was kind of I was a good student, pretty good
Okay.
kid. So I was like. Certainly not a brainiac, but I was a good student and did my
Right.
work and everything. And the theater kids, and I'm going to use the term, well, I hate using the term, but it is what the term in my high school in the 70s.
We were theater nerds.
Yeah, but it was the FAG.
Right.
That was what they were.
Right.
And men and women, that's just what, that's who they were.
Right.
The theater F word.
Right.
And God forbid you'd want to be called that. Well, now as an adult, who gives a
I didn't care. Right.
But at the time,
you
you're stupid and
find your niche. And
exactly. So, but I would go see every show, and these kids are just looking like they're having the greatest time. So I wish I had, but no, I didn't. That's why to this day people are shocked when they find out what I ended up doing for a living, because there was never any indication, certainly in high school. In college, I went to be a CPA because my friends were going to be CPAs. I didn't know what the hell I wanted to do.
Wow.
Then I ended up going to broadcasting school, which turned into radio. And then, and then just to wrap it all around, what you said about Second City. So my first day in class at Second City, I got on stage. Didn't know anybody. No one knew me. We're just a bunch of strangers. And I got my first laugh. And I can feel that laugh to this day. And I remember
Changes everything.
I left that class going, I will do this for the rest of my life.
Changes
Never thinking it would
everything.
pay a bill.
Right.
I just thought, well, I'll be in these classes
Makes
forever,
you feel
because
good.
boy, was that something.
Stimulating.
Boy, was that nice. And it turns out that it.
I mean,
yeah.
I was a theater kid from first grade on. I was a theater kid, and when I was in high school, my drama teacher said, we're going to do for the fall play Inherit the Wind.
Yeah.
And she had Jerome Lawrence and Robert E. Lee, the playwrights, come to our final dress rehearsal.
Nice.
And that night specifically was the night I decided I'm not going to law school. I'm doing this.
Wow, your parents are like, "Oh, that bitch of a
to
teacher."
this day, my parents still to this day. to this day, my mother
about it.
still.
Well,
The family
Retta,
did.
who played Donna on Parks, she used to do stand-up, and she will tell you, she was in pre-med, and she turned to stand-up. Imagine telling your parents that. But, of course, it all worked out, and she said it has a big career. I'm just saying, and his parents must be like, son of a bitch.
Exactly.
It's a risk.
And that was a thing,
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I was a guard at Paramount. I had been studying acting. I tried out stand-up. That very first night, I got a laugh. And it's
addictive.
it's a shot of heroin is
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
Because it's not even like getting a laugh when you're doing a comedy on stage, like I played Elwood Dowd in Harvey. But getting a laugh doing comedy is it's all.
I did Harvey also for CBS with Harry Anderson as
Oh.
Elwood P. Dowd.
Right.
It was me, Leslie Nielsen, Swoozie Kurtz,
Oh, phenomenal.
and I played, the guy, like the attendant.
Yeah,
Oh,
of
I
course.
can't think of his name.
Jim.
No, not Jim. If you say it, I'll know it.
Was,
Anyway, it was a sweet role. It was in Vancouver for like.
oh, I
So
love
it was my first
Vancouver.
what? And the network
Right.
at first didn't want me because like, who the hell is he? But the director and producer fought for me, which was lovely. So the CBS brought me in to just meet me and hi, I guess I did a good enough song and dance that they just agreed. Okay,
Right.
let him have the part. Well, what was his name? The minute
I
this is
remember the
over, I'll think of his
I will-
name. But that was a great experience. But yeah, I love that. I will say the theater. Here's my thing. And I don't want to get into a whole actor thing because actors are crazy. But you're saying, you get that laugh. You get that laugh and it's
Yeah.
addictive. When I'm
Yes.
acting, for me, I can, and I've never done heroin or meth. Look at me. Do I look like I have a meth body? I do not. I've never done anything crazy. And yet, because they say a meth addict is always looking for that next to
Oh.
get to
back to the first
where
high.
they were. What does it for me? And this people listening might go, "Oh, what a full of shit actor." When actors connect in a scene, to me, you forget. Like we have microphones an inch above our head.
Right.
We could have a camera literally right here
Inches.
in here. But when you forget all that because you have connected with another actor. Oh my God! That for me,
That's the magic.
What I'm looking for.
That's
at
the
all.
magic.
It's-
Yeah.
To me, that is magic.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's
and so
the
I'm
magic.
always searching for that. Yeah.
And
for me.
during your search, do you find that it's easier with drama or comedy, or just do you magically find it with both?
For that, I find it more with drama. Yeah. A moment that I always go back to, I had done 1,000 years ago, Boston Legal.
Yes.
And it was a crazy episode. I was a cross-dressing Santa, but who was also gay. Well, it turns out statistically, cross-dressers are not
gay.
They're just men who... They're fulfilling something by cross-dressing. But this guy happened to be gay also. So, and the funny bit was Shatner, I began with Shatner, my first scene with him was in a dress, and he was so uncomfortable in real life. I'm not talking about character.
Right.
And he said to Spader, he goes, "I'm glad this case is yours." Because I was with Spader for most of the episode. But Spader and I were doing a scene one night, and I'd been around a long time. I know how this all works. I'm a guest star. And there's, we're going into hour 12. Now, anything into golden time, money is flying out the window.
Right.
And nobody's happy. Line producers are pissed, whatever. And I feel this. So we're doing the final shot of the night. It's Spader and I are in a bar, but it's kind of my character explaining to him where I'm coming from. And so whatever. Now we do the wide shot of the two of us. Then they go over my shoulder to do Spader's coverage. Of course, he's great. Do, 3-4 takes, whatever. Now it's my turn. And I'm just looking at the clock because I know they want out. We're past 12 hours. I know that people are spending a lot of money right now. And we do the one take. It's over. And the director goes, I love that. What does everyone think? And because I'm the guest,
Can't say anything.
I can't say. I go,
right.
Oh, okay. Like, okay. And Spader looks at me and he goes, what'd you really think? I go, well, yeah, it was okay. He goes, you think you got something else? I go, I think I do. I said, but I know we're dealing with time. He goes, hold on. Hey, everybody, we're gonna run late. We're just gonna keep doing this, okay?
Oh,
because
shit.
Spader ran that set.
He can do that.
You didn't move on until
Right.
Spader was happy. So we do it again. And he goes, what'd you think? I go, yeah, that's better. He goes, you want to go again? I go, are you sure? He goes, I'm sure.
How fun.
Well, the next scene, the two of us connected. Final line, cut. Spader looks at me and he goes, oh, I think we got it.
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
said, I think we did too. Because we had that moment.
Right.
Which is, again, what I crave. And because of him, I was able to get there. Otherwise, it would have been fine. And maybe somebody else would have said, oh, I don't even see a big difference. I don't know. But actors, we know the difference.
We know.
Connection.
We know the
Even
difference.
if it's minuscule, if it's a
Exactly.
beat, just the beat.
Exactly.
We know.
We know. And I love Spader to this day. I mean, he's amazing. He
Right.
doesn't need me to praise him. He was incredible and incredibly kind and generous. He didn't care about the numbers. He knew we were overtime.
Let
It was
keep
quality
going.
of the show. He wanted
Oh.
that show to be good. So I
How
love that.
I
rewarding.
love that.
Love that.
Very
Me too.
rewarding.
Me too.
I mean, believe me,
experience.
as an actor, you don't always get that kind of.
Oh, no,
you
no,
don't.
no.
Oh, I mean, especially when you hit 12, the AD is like, "I'm fired tomorrow."
Yes. And when you see the line producer on set, you know shit's going down because he's like, or
Never-
she is
they
like,
don't never
oh
around.
no, we're wrapping this shit up right
Yes.
now. 'Cause- and in their behalf, they have a budget and it's money. It's just pouring out. So yeah, but Spader didn't care.
I kind of know when they quit making coffee in the practice
Yeah, when they're
kitchen.
not putting anything
So,
on
okay,
the
that's,
crafty
right, there's no
table
more
has been
coffee.
cleared.
Like,
Exactly.
that's the
kind
biggest
of
hit, right?
That's like the party's
Oh,
over.
man.
Time to go
Yes,
home.
we're outta
Oh,
here.
shit.
Yeah.
I got to wrap my shit up.
I
All
get
right.
that.
I literally got fired. I don't like to counter with a story, but because I'm Jewish,
Oh,
I
the
do.
rich is better than me.
Here we go.
Here we
No,
go.
it's not. Well, I'm just saying.
Oh, my God.
That story you just told is how I got fired from my very first professional acting job,
Which was what?
which was on the soap opera Santa Barbara on NBC.
I've heard of it. Yes.
I was a day player.
Uh-huh.
And I was working with Rory Calhoun and A. Martinez and Robin Wright Penn. And, I'm surrounded by
Yeah.
these working actors. I'm 19. I had never worked professionally on stage.
Right.
On a TV
Yes.
show before.
And you
So-
have to learn. If
and-
you don't just know
Unfortunately,
everything.
you kind of
No,
have to
no,
learn the
anything.
hard
course.
way.
And on a
Yes.
soap opera, the director is not on the stage. He's up in a booth.
You don't
And-
even see him.
And you talk
like
to the
Oz.
director through the camera. So I'm watching all these actors working and talking to the director. And then all of a sudden they come to me and they go, "You're in the next scene." Okay, I got 4 lines. I'm in the next scene. And I did the scene and I playing the lead character's friend. The lead character had disappeared. He was kidnapped. So we did the scene and the director's ready to move on. And I looked right into the camera and I said, hey, Bob, whatever the director's name was, I said, "Do you think maybe we can do that one more time? There's a flavor in there that I know exists, but I didn't quite get it out in my 4 fucking lines. Do you think we can maybe hold everybody back another half?" Fired.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, he said, "No, we got it. That's fine."
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he did.
Was not brought back. It was supposed to be 4 days.
Yeah.
That was the end.
You don't get to do that.
I didn't know.
Nope, not on a soap opera. Whereas, like, you know, a normal, regular prime time thing, well, let's go again. Everybody happy.
Right.
Like on Parks, what we would do is we would do it. Once everybody was happy, cast, writers, director, whatever, then we would do a fun run. And then anything could
That's
happen.
wish list.
Literally
Yes.
anything could happen. And it was ridiculous because they would go for 20 minutes sometimes.
Oh,
This is going to be a 2-minute scene on air. But they believed, and I think they were 100% right, we were playing, right? That's how you kept us together. That's how you kept us tight. That's how we loved each other because we
Yes.
played every single day on set.
You're in
so
the sandbox.
I think it was worth that extra time that we ate to do these crazy scenes that mostly they didn't need us. Those writers, Mike Schur and Dan Gore, Alan Yang, one
Right.
after the other, they didn't need us. But sometimes we made it in, you know. But I'm just saying they didn't care. It was about keeping us as a unit.
Let's shift gears for 1 second. I'm going to pull an Amy Poehler on you right now because
dear
we
God.
want to help you sell some books.
Oh, feel free.
So let's talk about your book for a minute, shall we?
Welcome to Pawnee, stories of friendship, waffles, and parks and recreation.
Yeah.
How'd that come up?
I can't take any credit for it. I feel terrible. I got a call one day. My manager said, "These people in New York want to know if you want to write a book." I don't know. I don't know how to write a book. Well, they'll help you. What am I going to write about? Parks and your life. Okay. So we did I said, "I don't know that I have anything to say." So I speak with them and they said, "Listen, why don't we do this? Why don't we do like a 2-hour chat and then we'll see where we are and we'll see if we have anything that, you know, if we think there's something here."
Yes.
After 20 minutes, they said, "Jim, we will keep chatting all day. There's a book here. We just the stories I'd already told. There's a book here." So that happens. Now I don't know anything about the book world. So now we have to. This was the agents. Now they have to get it to a publisher. So they said, "We're going to have you do meetings on Zoom with publishers." I said, "Who?" And he goes, "Probably. I think we'll get interest from all of them. So probably all of them." Okay. So he said they last about 45 minutes. None of them lasted less than an hour and a half because
Wow.
I don't shut the hell up.
Well,
And whatever.
Eileen.
So then it comes time for the book to. I didn't know how any of this worked, but they put it on auction. I don't know this. So, but he said on this Friday we're going to. We'll find out if there's any interest with the people that I had met with on Zoom. So then I was heading to Denver to do, I think, a film fest. I think I was judging or something. And I remember getting on the plane thinking, damn, when I get off this flight, I might be, like I'm going to have a book deal. How
Right.
exciting. Whatever. I get off the plane, nothing. Not a phone call, not a text, nothing. Hours go by. I'm at
Wow.
this festival. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Man.
Like, wow, that's a
A
shame.
lot of hours.
Yes. Now I have to go to this dinner. So about 5 to 6, I get a text from the agent. Any chance you can hop on a quick call? And he sent it to my manager also. Yeah, we can. So we get on the call and he goes, "Hey, how you guys doing?" I said, better. I would have been better. Just wasn't the day we thought, huh? And he goes, "Well, what do you mean?" I go, "Well, I just thought we would, was hoping somebody would be interested and they would, get the book." And he goes, "Well, it went on auction today." I said, "I know, but it's 6." He goes, No. It goes all day. Somebody bids and then somebody counter bids and bid.
Ah.
He goes, "It just closed." I said, "Did anyone bid?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "Well, who?" He goes, "All of them. They all bid."
Oh.
And then we chose the one that they had a good relationship with and the money was good and blah, blah, blah. I did have a book deal that
Good
day.
for you.
Yeah, but I really was like, oh, poor me. Nobody wants my book.
No,
and
of course.
then it gets scary because now I got to write the fucking thing.
Right.
Yes, and I did. And
You did? You wrote it?
It's just stories. I told stories.
I love
and
that.
I know.
And it's about my life and about this being on set. And, the other thing people forget, 7 years, life happens. My mother passed. Like, there's some tougher stuff in there too. But I think, it did well, which I'm shocked and thrilled for. And we made some good lists or whatever that, best. Anyway, so it's all humbling. But yeah, it's still weird. Someone will go, I'll be somewhere and someone will bring my book. I'm like, oh, I forgot I have that book.
No, it's still in print.
Oh yeah, it's still
And
out there.
where can our listeners buy it?
Probably anywhere
I
where you
think
buy
everywhere.
your book.
Barnes and Noble.
we're-
Oh,
have
sure,
it.
we're
certainly.
gonna order
I'm
it
sure. I'd
from
imagine
Barnes.
Amazon
We wanna-
and I've done and I
Yeah.
did the signing in Chicago because they put you on a book tour.
Right.
Holy shit!
I've heard about these
Believe me,
notorious book tours.
Right.
I've worked hard on things before. I've promoted films and TV shows,
Sure.
and that's its own thing. A book tour, because not only are you promoting the book, now you're doing a signing and hundreds of people at each location,
just-
which is so lovely that
Right.
they come
They
out.
show
like,
up.
How
And they wanna
lovely
Did
is
you
that?
have to do a reading also?
I never did a reading.
You got lucky on that
But
one.
Retta and I did the first live thing. Donna, I had done her book. I did her live thing. She did mine. And lots of stories back and forth. But I mean, you have to sign every book, and everybody wants their moment. And I get that. When I've met people that I'm excited about, I want a moment
Sure,
too.
you
Right.
So
want
I try to give
picture
everybody a moment. But so the one in Chicago, now granted, that's my hometown,
Right.
was so crazy that people left, went to dinner. It came back because the line it never ended.
Wow.
And yet it was like, how can you not
wonderful.
be grateful
Right.
Sure.
that these people are taking
Yeah.
their time?
Mhm.
And so anyway, that book tour. whew,
The book tours are hard.
I was
That's-
3 weeks. They had me all over like Miami, Boston,
Right.
Chicago, of course, LA, like all over the place. Again, all positive. But that's a different kind of exhausting
Yeah.
compared to a film or a TV
I would
tour.
imagine.
It's just because film or
right?
TV is just me chatting. I can do this all day. But
But
now
the
I'm writing,
signing,
and everybody wants their picture.
Personalizing.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh, telling me
book
the same
tours are
thing.
tough.
It's
and
a beast. It's a beast. And yet, when it's over, you're incredibly tired and incredibly grateful. Like the fact that I'm always blown away when people show up to something that I do. Like I do this theater gig, and because theater is still such my heart.
Right.
Theater holds
it's
a big
the
part of my
best,
heart.
isn't it?
It's just different and wonderful. And there's this theater called the New Theater in Kansas City, and I've done 4 shows there.
Oh,
650 seats, sold out 8 shows a week. It's a Broadway schedule. It's
Fantastic.
amazing. And not the last time I was there. The time before that, I got something called Norovirus. Now, Norovirus, it's kind of like that new
It's
thing
on
that's
the
going
ships.
around now where you
Yeah.
get the diarrhea and the vomiting and everything. But I am very much a show must go on kind of guy.
Right.
Now, the theater has an understudy for me. They have all this stuff. But I'm also thinking, these people like paid money to see my dumb ass.
Right.
Like, how do you do it? So, and this is too much
a
detail.
lot of Petmo Bimmo.
Yeah.
A lot of Peppo Bimmo.
One Sunday, we had 2 shows, afternoon, evening. Between shows, I had to go to the hospital. They gave me 2 bags in each arm of
Right.
fluids because I had nothing
Oh my
left.
goodness.
And the night of that show, this is so disgusting, but what the hell? I literally, let's just say I plugged up areas that I was worried
Might need
Okay.
plugging.
might need
You
plugging
know?
because I
Hey.
didn't know what the hell was
You
going to
have
happen.
to
Sure.
take
And
precaution.
the other actors were amazing. Jim, sit down. We don't care about blocking. If you need to sit during a scene, just sit. We'll work the blocking around. Anyway, and I got through it. But
Don't let it go, Jim.
Keep it. Sit
Go
it down.
take care of your
Plug
situation.
It up. Yes. But I'm just so I do very much have that. If someone paid money, because I've always, what the hell wants to see me? Like, that actor, like, we're not good enough. How to, because I really believe this. It's also random.
It is.
If I hadn't been there for the Parks auditions, what if I had been sick? Or what if I was on another show that I couldn't do them? A million different things could have happened. But somehow, through some miracle, I got that audition, and one thing led to another, and I got the gig. And then most shows come and go quickly. we kept going and going and going. And then 7 years later, and to this day, the show is on television stations.
Right.
It's all
It's
over.
still playing.
Already
That's a random,
a legendary show.
I mean, I think, was it Time Magazine called it like one of the 10 of all-time shows?
I believe
Yeah.
it.
That's luck of the draw for an actor. Because, yes,
We don't know.
I think I'm fine in the show, but so would Bob or Betty or Alice. They would have been fine in it also. But somehow I ended up doing it. So that is something to be grateful for every day. And, the thing is that, Nick Offerman and I used to always say we were very much, before Parks, journeyman actors.
Right.
Lucky, I was the king of guest spots. You could look at my credits.
I see
did
We
all-
have.
I was on everything.
everywhere.
Right.
Which is great. Paying the,
You're working, you're
but
paying
you-
some
working,
bills.
paying my bills.
To your credit,
You're not getting
juicy,
wealthy.
big guest spots, one of which earned you an Emmy. So
Wait, one of which what?
earned you an Emmy. That was
Oh,
a
that one,
juicy
yeah.
guest
But
spot.
I'm just saying,
I mean,
so I was very fortunate. I had these gigs that, were paying the bills. And I was at the point where people on the street would go, "You look so familiar." And I used to think, oh, that's good. Because
Right.
I'm out there enough. They don't know who the hell I am, but they're like, "We see you."
we
Okay, so that's
know-
great.
We know
And
you from somewhere.
We know it from somewhere.
Yeah.
And then there's Nick, same as me. You get a pilot, it doesn't go anywhere. You get this, it doesn't. You know what I mean? That happened. And in the meantime, he's married to Megan Mullally,
Right.
who's on Will and Grace, which is
Massive.
one of the #1 shows. And so he's around all that craziness. And then a show like Parks comes along, and it can't help but change everything.
Sure.
Every Thursday, we are must-see TV, and it changes your life financially. It changes career because now, and believe me, I still audition for roles, and I'm happy to fight for a role at all times.
Right.
But also, many times the phone just rings. Is he available? Well, there's nothing better than is he available?
That's
There's
the
nothing
best.
better than the term is he available?
Yeah.
Yes, that is true.
Yes, because
is
that
true.
means you're not going to fight for this.
Right.
They're handing it to you. And I love that
Direct
because I'm a
offer.
human.
Direct
I agree with
offer.
you.
Yeah.
I hate to do this. This
Oh,
is
how dare you.
This
We
is
don't
the,
want you to
the
leave.
worst part
Oh,
of the
Rich,
show.
you are-
Will you come back again?
Never.
Okay,
Never.
great.
You
Thank
don't even
God.
fear.
This is done. I've
Really,
already
the
got my
company-
lawyer on the other
This
I
line.
knew you
sucks.
wouldn't have
Doug,
fun.
who's
This
running this thing
sucks.
over here,
You're another
I'm
hack.
suing
Talk
his
about
ass.
his
Another hack.
disease.
Yes, I'm suing
This
him.
flesh-eating disease.
Yeah, get ready.
So
We're going to
this-
be all
this
over
may
the
be
news.
a wasted question, but
Yes, but I would love to come back.
where do our listeners find you?
Oh my God!
Do you have an Instagram?
Instagram, the real Jim O'Hare, because people take your name
And
quickly.
I bet you
So-
have
so
fake
you guys
accounts.
know
Yes, oh,
Yes.
so many
It's
fake accounts.
O apostrophe.
But don't do the apostrophe.
H-E-I-R.
Don't do the apostrophe. It's the real Jim O'Hare without the
Without the
apostrophe. But it
apostrophe.
is Oheir.
Oheir,
And then
Jim
Facebook, I think
O'Hare.
it's just Jim O'Hare.
Okay.
You can check out a movie I have out there now called Premarital. Very sweet film.
Which was my
Yes.
next question.
There you go. And then I
Yes.
have a movie I did 10 years ago, right after Parks, called Middleman. It's dark, 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 funny. And it was such a departure. And I felt like the timing was perfect because I played Jerry for 7 years.
Right.
Who's this very loving and lovable.
Passionate, yes.
And
Can we all
Middleman,
get along?
yes,
Beloved.
and a huge penis.
Right.
Middleman begins very Jerry-esque.
Okay.
And then shit goes down, and it gets crazy.
Ooh.
And then I'm heading soon to Oklahoma City for a big chunk of time to do a new show, a TV sitcom. And I don't know what I can say about that because it literally has all just happened. And I know I have to go to Oklahoma City for a couple months.
Well, you keep that under
Very
wraps, but when you
exciting
come
life
back,
to
we
live.
can talk
when
about
I
it.
come back, we can chat.
And Sarah?
your wonderful book, Welcome to Pawnee,
Oh,
Stories
thank
of
you.
Friendship, Waffles, and Parks and Recreation, which you wrote, no AI in 2020.
No AI.
No
I don't even
AI.
know
That's where I
AI.
was going
No.
with that.
There's
you
no way- I
wrote
don't-
it. You don't have to worry about people like, oh,
No.
'cause
Right.
now there's like a little bit of a dark shadow
No.
on authors if they've published within the past year.
I have a
It's
buddy who's
really
a professor
sad.
at college, and it's become a whole thing. What's
Wow.
real? What isn't real?
Yes, of
It's a whole
course.
thing. No,
But you wrote yours in
First of all, I'm an
2024.
idiot. I wouldn't even.
I don't use it either. I
I
agree
don't
with
even know
you.
how to do it.
Everyone,
I agree with
this
you.
book is a must read. And thank you so much for being here.
This was my pleasure.
Oh my goodness, we had so
So
much
much fun.
Jim O'Hare. And I'm Sarah Halstead on all platforms. Thank you so much for tuning in.
And I am Rich Chassler on all platforms, Richard Chassler on Facebook. And we have a few thank yous we have to do every week, of course. Doug Bass and Bass Hole Studios. We're always glad to have you.
Thank you, Corey Fry.
Corey Fry.
Corey Fry, our producer, Riedel Glassware.
Riedel Glassware and Maximilian Riedel for always supplying us with the best glassware.
Jim O'Hare.
And
Thank
Jim
you
O'Hare, of course.
Thank you so
How did you
much.
get Jim O'Hare? Wow.
How did this
that
happen?
Wow.
came from
Wait till we
there's
tell
some
Craig and Wendy.
Psycho.
Well, he came to our show.
No, we need to thank John Walk.
John Walk, we
We're
have
going to
to
thank
thank
John Walk. John Walk, who's a dear friend of both Jim's and mine.
John Walk, ladies and
John
gentlemen,
Walk,
that's how he
that's
talks.
just like this. And he works on the Jimmy Kimmel
Jimmy
show.
Kimmel.
Anytime you want to come hang out in the green room with me.
All right, let's do
But
it.
John Walk actually put us together,
yeah.
and I'm grateful to Johnny for hooking us
cool.
up.
Love it.
Because now we're friends,
Yep.
and we'd love to have you
And
back
we never need to
anytime.
speak of him again.
No, we
That's
do
it.
not. He's
That's
a
it.
dangerous man.
Dangerous.
That's the one time we say that name. And thank you all for tuning in to Drinking During Business Hours. We can't thank you enough. Please give us 5 stars. If you're overly ambitious, write us a review, and we'll see you next week.